What's going on, YouTube? So we back with another one. If you like what I'm doing here, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Either way, we're gonna keep cooking. Either way, we're gonna keep rocking. Let's have civil discord, if so, or not so civil, in the comment section. And if, but just know you will be handled with accordingly. Um, I'm not even sure if this is gonna be like a two-part video or two different videos, but let me just say what's on my heart. Let me just cook up. So I'm live right now. um Live on both channels, my gaming channel if you subscribed over there, and I'm live right now on, and you, and most likely you may be watching this video on the live stream, because they are after they are recorded, not too long after they're released. Maybe they could have been out, like, I don't know how long they have to be out for me to add them on to, the live stream, but they eventually end up getting put on the live stream or whatever the kid. So that way you'll see all the content and things like that. You might, you know what I'm saying, you just might need some motivation, inspiration, just to kind of know the lifestyle of a up and coming, in in earlier times, back in the day, you would be called a starving artist. So basically, a starving content creator, because I do not get paid for this yet. I am not yet monetized, so I'm not getting a check. But the way that, I'm grinding, you would think I was getting a check, but that's the whole point. You know, you work and you grind for the things that you want. Like I said, this has been a journey, shaping up to be even a crazier journey. Behind the scenes, and I, like I said, and I like to document this stuff behind the scenes, bro. I go through hell and high water. So when people see certain success, they just think that it be like overnight, but no, mother effers be working, like they be grinding, like, you know what I'm saying, like this is something that you want, and eventually it will get easier. But right now, you know what I'm saying, we gotta weather the storm. So what brung this specific video on me cooking up or whatever the case may be, a couple days ago, I was on YouTube. I am a content consumer as well as a creator. I don't It's only one me. So the so the trail that I blaze, you can imitate, but you'll never be able to duplicate, because most people aren't willing to really do what it takes to be successful in anything. But in this case, I'm using content creation. So I consume content and I have favorite content creators. But with this specific point that I'm about to make, an example I'm about to go, and how this video even came about was, and I did a video on them too. So if you don't know who the saint in the center is, Marquette, I know his last name Burton. I don't know the middle name, or he got two last names. I'm not sure, but obviously he been around for a while. You know what I'm saying? Probably longer than I've been in the content creation game, even though I've been in the content creation game going on a decade. Yeah, it's been I've been doing this thing for a minute, man. Doing it so long, I did not have this here. And I got the pictures to show it. I got the pictures to show the journey. But anyway, so, and it's also about Cooley, the host, creator, producer of No Fugazi podcast. So y'all already know, if you an OG and you're not a stranger over here, you already know that you know what I'm saying, I mess with Anton Daniels, so I always consume his content. For the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it is I found Anton when after they had the Kevin Samuels memorials, Peace in Paradise, KS. Uh, yeah, I found Anton after and when he was talking at Kevin Samuels the memorial they had for him on like YouTube or whatever the case may be. So, and I've been rocking with him ever since. 97% of things that he say do I agree. He just like people. He ain't for everybody, but the reason why he not for everybody is because we live in a world where it's acceptable to remix some shit that ain't supposed to be remixed. We live in a world where as though accountability is just something that even men can't, get down with. And as us as black people, hate to go there, but us as black people, we always running in the victim Olympics. We always running in the victim mindset. Oh, I couldn't do this because of this. Man, ain't no. Listen, if you ain't physically impaired or it's something that you could control, you gotta take accountability and you gotta lace up them boots and get to it, especially as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like we were literally built for a lot of the stress, not the self-inflicted stuff or whatever, but we were built for that too, because if you did it, you got to take accountability for it. That's just what it is, So yeah, he don't be for everybody, but I was watching a clip of his newest channel, which is After Hours or whatever, and he has a ongoing guy that he messes with that's always be on a panel. I mean, I never not seen him on a panel unless whatever I guess he was busy or whatever the case may be. And that's the dude Quentin. Now, Quentin is, and I say this in the most respectful way, what type of dude, like he a cornball, like, and that's cool. It ain't nothing wrong with it. He a cornball. And Anton is the type of individual that he doesn't mind an opposing view, which you shouldn't, because if you in a room full of yes people or people that basically you can't be honest with, or they can't be honest with you, you shouldn't be in a room with them type people anyway, because if you misstep or you make a mistake, you will never know. You will never be able to get better if the people that you in a room with can't say, well, you could do this better. You get what I'm saying? Like there's no critique there, and opposing views make for good content. Cool. And he like him as an individual. Cool. But he a cornball. Not only is he a cornball, he ain't 100,000%, but he kind of is like a simp too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has simp natures and stuff, like, just by you go by how you talk about him. He has certain feminine ways or whatever the case may be. That's just what it is. But let's bring it to the point. So I'm watching it or whatever the case may be, and they start talking about Cooley. Now, how they got there, I don't remember exactly how they got there, but they start talking about Cooley, and I'm not gonna play. I'll probably put an insert somewhere in here of like that video, but I'm not gonna play none of it because I'm not really reacting to it. I'm pointing out something that I think some of us need to be able to identify in ourselves, especially as men. If you're a fucking hater or not, And why would you feel that way? But anyway, so they get to the point of, talk about Cooley, and Quentin says something along the lines of, oh, he ain't nothing new, he this, that, and the third. He the new dick and pussy nigga. I don't even know what the fuck that mean. But Anton looking at him, I'm looking like from the rip, because I could be wrong, like I don't know, but I'm looking like, damn, this shit sound like some hating shit. And I'm like, Cooley, he might got the same layout as like a Fresher Fit or whatever, but no, he different. And then even the other co-host, which is Slimmy or whatever, was saying, no, Cooley be spitting like it is something different to quote unquote the red pill space. And then Mika was like, well, I can understand, like they like brothers sisters damn near, because she was like, well, I can understand what Quentin's saying. I don't understand what he's saying, because it ain't even about the same talking points. How he articulates himself, the way he break things down or whatever the case may be, dude is an intellectual dude or whatever the case may be, and he a man of God. So sometime in his points, when he breaking it down and he bring God into it, you know what I'm saying, he structure it in the right way as far as like how it's supposed to go and things like that. I don't have no complaints. That's why I don't mind watching it like his content. I was never a Fresh and Fit fan, period. I never reacted to a Fresh and Fit video, whatever the case may be. What I look at it sometimes, yeah, but most of the time I was looking at a Fresh and Fit or heard about Fresh and Fit was either through KS, when KS was alive and he was on the show, right? Like when he was on the show and he slayed them 3 feminists, or when O'Shea Duke Jackson is just going crazy on them saying how broke they is and how dumb they are. Otherwise than that, or I would see like a meme or a clip of Myron finally saying something where it doesn't seem like he a goddamn incel and ain't get no coochie in high school. But I never actually was like a fan of it, whatever the case may be, because at some point it was like the same stuff. Like, nigga, do you hate women? So it was on that type time. So now if Quentin would have said that, I would have understood. But then Anton was like, well, I'm gonna pull up any of his clips or whatever the case may be, and like, let's just see. Now, Anton may not consume Cooley content, but Cooley came along. Listen, I was subscribed when they had 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now they over 200,000. So I knew where he was going. I knew he was going to blow. He was going to go because it was something different being brought to the space, right? So Anton was like, I'm just going to pull up any clip. He pulled up a clip or whatever the case may be, and it was happened to be on his little smoke show. Cool, right? And they Anton listening to the debate, like, I don't get, like, is you hating? Like I don't get what you're saying. He was like, I don't know him personally, but from everything I've ever seen, or because it comes up on my algorithm here and there, he seemed cool. He seemed like a good dude. He seemed smart. He seemed intelligent. Like, what are you saying? Or whatever. And then Mika's still trying to help out Quentin, which I don't understand what that was about or whatever. She was like, well, I can understand. There is no understanding. This motherfucker is hating. But the thing about it is, why are you hating on another black man? Oh, we must have. No, this motherfucker Cooley is talking the same way he been talking since he been on YouTube, since we knew it was a Cooley, since we knew it was a no Fugazi. If he threw somebody off, it's because like they legit needed to go. It wasn't on no fresh and fit. Like it wasn't on no fresh and fit shit. Like some of these women really be unhinged or whatever the case would be. He just don't bring on goddamn. But even fresh and fit, they will bring on different types of women. They wasn't always OF models getting dunked on. From what I seen or whatever the case may be, the majority of them was though. So the point that I'm making is like we are us as men, especially black men. We can't be out here, you know what I'm saying, hating on each other, bro. That shit is dead. That shit is ugly. So fast forward to the day, and I always, in my opinion, I always feel like, you know, so when I make these videos and I'm talking and I feel like I'm cooking or whatever, this stuff come from, you know what I'm saying, God himself put it on my heart for me to speak to y'all and let y'all know that, you know, what God wills it is gonna happen for you, or whatever the case would be. You gotta live a certain way. You can't, as they say, you can't build a house of mud and expect it to weather the storm, because it don't have no foundation. So once again, this channel was built for like foundation purposes, and us as men, we can't be hating on other men. So do I believe that it's things we could do better? Yes. But when it comes to, you know, checking your emotions as a man, hating is a feminine behavior. Quentin a little feminine. I don't know why you would hate on the next man. I don't understand it. But you know what's so crazy? Because I had literally made a video of the guy Saint in the Center, and I was liking what he was saying. I love the way the algorithm works sometimes. I never knew that him and Cooley did a podcast together, and that's how we got to this video today. I've been supposed to make this video, but I can tie it all together. So they made a video together, and remember, Quentin was saying that he's basically talk about the same shit, doing the same shit, you know, basically as like a fresh and fit or the other spaces and shit like that, right? No, not even. These two men got on the platform and was spitting. Marquette was spitting. Very articulate, very intelligent men talking about like the culture, and a lot of the stuff that we may hear or we may see, a lot of who we are is what we feed ourselves mentally. So it's never on me to hate on another man, because at the end of the day, I got too much of my own stuff going on. I believe if you got time to fixate and hate on another man, that you don't got enough going on in your life. Quentin is the perfect example of which I don't understand, because from what we know about him, especially on coming from the Anton Daniel show, right? He is successful. So when he watches the content, it's never to learn, it's to be entertained. Shout out to that creator who broke it down. I don't remember his channel or whatever the case would be, but I watched his whole video and I liked his take. Some of us, majority of the people that watch that stuff, are looking for answers. Me personally, I like to hear the different takes. I like to hear men speak that's smarter than me. I was the type of individual like before, and I hate using this expression, but I gotta call it what it is. Before I fully woke up, I was like, yo, I thought that Dr. Umar was the fucking truth until I really realized that he a scammer. And he got a lot of words solid. Is everything that he says bullshit? Absolutely not. But this same man, he'll have inputs on the black relationship, but he don't live that lifestyle himself. So that discredit him for me anyway. And if you listen to him, whatever the case may be, and you ask him about, I used to think people was hating, and I'm like, well, building a school is this, that, and the third. My God, like, what the fuck? Where's the school at? I don't even think about it no more. But I do know him as a man. Just gotta let that shit go. I know, like, like, golly, until I was fully awake, like, I was believing in his bullshit or whatever the case may be. But I can read between the lines now. And that comes with, like, with anybody. Us as men and as, like, a black community, we gotta stop letting people pull the wool over our eyes. We gotta stop hating on the next person or whatever the case may be. We need to get more educated. We need to start remixing stuff. I made this video. So if you watch any of my videos, any of my content or whatever, however you watching this, you could be watching this to the live stream right now. I made a video. It's called Stop Remixing. Stop remixing. Stop hating. Stop being so like influenced or whatever the case may be. We gotta stop hating. If you hating, that just means you don't have enough going on in your life, because I ain't got time to motherfucking hate. I'm worrying about my next moves. I'm always worried about my next moves. How can I do this better? What can I do or whatever? Any L's that I take, you would never know what L I took. You know why? Because it's like, all right, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson. It might be an expensive lesson, but I'm going to learn and I'm going to keep it pushing. But I just wanted to tell y'all, man, stop fucking hating, man. Get that feminine spirit. I don't really want to curse too much, because we know the time is a coming and I'm going to be monetized. And I want all my videos, I want all my stuff to be able to generate money. But so I'm not gonna really curse, but yeah, we gotta stop hating, and we gotta start to know ourselves better. We gotta stop being. That's a whole nother video for another time. But just stop hating, man, and let's keep running it up, man. If you like what I'm doing, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Either way, we're gonna keep cooking. Either way, we're gonna keep going. Let's have Simple Discord, not some Simple Discord in the comments. I live stream every day. B. If I don't respond to you, it's probably because I'm not actually looking at the chat at that time, but I will get back to you. In the comments, same thing, but I will get back to you, because it ain't like it be a million different comments, if you catch my drift. But we gonna keep going, man. I'm never discouraged, and I'm gonna keep going, because my next step is to be one of the biggest YouTubers to ever do this shit. And I know y'all probably heard this before, but you ain't never hear from me. What's going on, y'all? If y'all like the video and y'all watched it this far, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe, because there is always more. I upload every day.